Please, if you are not talking, kindly unmute yourself. Ibezin will be mute. Thank you. All right. All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. And sorry for having to postpone this class. It was supposed to happen um, in the morning, but for some reason, we had to postpone this. So I'm going to share my screen and so we get started. Let me know when you can see my screen. Why am I hearing myself? Why am I here? Why am I so yeah, that's all. Okay. Just confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see
Yes,
my
you can see your screen.
Yes.
screen. Let me see what you're seeing. Give me a second. I need to know what you are seeing. Um, share it. All right, perfect. So yeah, welcome to today's class. And basically what we want to do, what we want to achieve is LinkedIn optimizations, right? And how to use and optimize LinkedIn for career success. Okay. So just a little introduction about myself. All right. No. Okay. Yeah. So my name is Iwin Osa, F.I. and Puge. I don't think we've had this close interactions before with the cybersecurity class, but yeah. So I have been awarded top analytical skills voice by LinkedIn, awarded Young Personality of the Year by, sorry, I needed to mute that person. All right, by the Iconic Brand Awards in 2020. I have trained over 1,500 participants, including senior management on data analytics, data literacy, Microsoft skills, and advanced presentation skills. All right. I've also led several teams in building robust analytical and problem-solving solutions across various industries. I also serve as a visiting lecturer to the University of Port Harcourt. I have been featured on cable news headline as the third best in a data analytics competition. I've published over 7+ articles on data analytics related concepts. I was the data analytics lead trainer across various industries, including the MIS training organized by the World Bank Center of Excellence. I'm the project lead for SME Africa. Talking. That person. I can't even see the person. All right. So yeah, that's about me. I don't want to bore you with the profile. So we just get straight to what we have for today. All right. So this is a brief outline of what we want to achieve for today's session. It's going to be a brief one, though practical. And to the essence, just like Mr. Daniel had mentioned yesterday, The essence of this whole course is that we want to ensure that you are able to put yourself out there. All right. So, and you may want to ask, why are we not looking at other platforms? Why not Facebook? Why not Twitter? Why not what's it called? Why not what's the other one? Instagram or WhatsApp even, right? Right. So we're going to be looking at why exactly we want you to actually go through LinkedIn. And then we'll look at essentials of LinkedIn. Uh, we'll also look at building your personal brand. We'll also try to touch job hunting on LinkedIn. And then we'll see some advanced features and then common mistakes to avoid. And then as time will permit us, we'll have some question and answers session. All right. So I love to always include this caveat in my class, right? It is a paid class. It's not free. You're either paying with your time, you're either paying with your energy, you're either paying with your data, you're either paying with your power supply, your mind, or even your money. I mean, it's not everybody that has joined this class. So for you to be here, it means you are already paying with your time, you're paying with your energy to sit on the call, right? So the class is not free, right? And so you do not want to take it lightly for any sorts, right? Okay, so moving on. Why LinkedIn? Why LinkedIn? So LinkedIn has over 900 million users worldwide. 900 million. That's huge. Trust me, that's huge. And it's making it the largest professional networking platform, making it the largest professional networking platform. All right. So it means that when it comes to professions, right, the number one thing people want to ask is what's your LinkedIn profile? All right. Before it comes to any other platform at all, what's your LinkedIn profile, right? So it's a place where you showcase your professional brand, you connect with industry peers, and access global opportunities. And to interest you to note that you have over 90% of recruiters who use LinkedIn to source and vet candidates. All right. Just like my Mr. Daniel mentioned yesterday, you have he has gotten people reach out to him via LinkedIn, and he's not just the only one. I myself, I have gotten people reach out to me. Why? Because they have been able to see a track record of certain things I have done. Right. So I'm going to try and see if I can. Yeah, I'm sure you should be able to see this. So let me see. I've just increased this. Okay. So good. Uh, so you see that about 11.5% of all the people on Earth use LinkedIn. About 39% of LinkedIn users pay for LinkedIn Premium. Yeah. For now, using okay. That's
Come
fine.
on, not that. I don't they okay.
Can you mute yourself? Can you mute yourself if you're not talking? Thank you. All right. So just like I had mentioned, LinkedIn has about 200 million registered members from the US alone. All right. So getting remote jobs, LinkedIn is your go-to. Right. People want to reach out. We're trying to get someone hired recently here at Speedlink, and immediately I pushed the person's CV up. The next thing my my boss requested for, please, can I see her LinkedIn profile? Right. So LinkedIn is somewhere you want to actually put in whatever you are doing, so that people can actually see what you do. All right. So moving on, I'm sure by now you have been able to get your LinkedIn account, all right? But if you have not, it's pretty a simple thing. You can use to log on to LinkedIn. You can use your email as long as you have an email address. You can have access to LinkedIn, right? So you want to visit linkedin.com to create an account using your email. And then you want to set up basic details such as your name, your location, and your industry. All right. You also want to have a professional picture. Please take emphasis on the professional picture. I'm going to zoom in this a little so you can see. If you look at my picture here, you can see this is looking, this is like a headshot. It's a professional picture. You don't want showing, you don't want to put a full portrait of your picture on LinkedIn. No. So for you to actually get, people take you seriously, what you want to have as your profile picture should be an actual professional picture. All right. It doesn't take you anything. If you want to go to the studio or something to get a professional picture, that's fine. All right. But you should have a headshot like this. All right. So I'm gonna take this off again. So the next thing you want to get is uh, okay, yeah, talked about the profile picture. And then you want a headline. You want a headline. So a headline, so I'm going to expand this again. So you can see for me, this is my headline. You can see it tells anyone who comes to my page already knows that, oh, okay, this guy that says God first means he's a Christian. He believes in God. That's what he's known for. All right. Business analyst. Oh, okay, this guy is a business analyst. He's an advocate for data ethics, data policies, data culture, and data security. That's my headline. That's what people know me for. Right. So for those of you in the cybersecurity now, you want to include what you are known for. Are you a cybersecurity expert? Are you an advocate for cybersecurity and all of that? Right. You want to actually include that in your headline statement. Right. So like I wrote here, it's a short, impactful statement summarizing your role or aspiration. All right. And you can see some persons will write here, say, I have helped XY amount of businesses to do A, B, C, and all of that. That is your headline. It's a short, straight to the point thing that helps your viewers or people who come to your page, check what they, if it's what you have there, if it's what fits what they are looking for, and all of that. All right, so I'm going to go to, I'll be sharing my page shortly, so you see how to view how you can edit that. So I'll be toggling between my slide and my page. Just give me a second, please. Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm trying to. Can you mute your mic if you're not talking? This works. Yeah, so I'm just going to go. All right, please give me a second. I'm just trying to. Okay, so I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share this. Okay. All right. I'm sure by now you should be able to see. Okay. So I'm using my laptop. So what you have is the system view, all right, of of how LinkedIn looks like. All right, so just a second. Take this all hide floating. Right, that's there. All right, so I'm going to go to my profile. So I'm just going to click on my name here. And here we go. So for you to insert your profile picture, just like I had mentioned, you can click on this on the picture here, and then it says Do you want to add photo? Do you want to change this? Or do you want to edit? Do you want to add frames? I'm going to talk about frames in a later slide, but let me just click on this. So because you are trying to look for jobs, there are basically two kinds of frames on LinkedIn that you can make use of. So you see this one that says open to work. So open to work usually would mean that you need people to know that, hey, I'm available to work. All right. I need a job, that sort of thing. So when you click on open to work, it would show, if I click on this now, you can see you now have this frame on your profile that says, are you looking for a job? Get this frame by sharing to all LinkedIn members. So anybody that comes to your profile sees that, oh, okay, this person is in need of a job. Let me see what he can do. Let me see how I can, what services he's offering that I can render. The one for hiring would mean, okay, if I'm an HR personnel, or I'm looking for persons to hire. Once I put this hiring there, once people check my profile and they see hiring, they know that, oh, okay, this person is, is looking for people to work with him, that sort of thing. All right. So they can reach out to me. Oh, hey, I saw you're hiring. I see what you do. It's something I can do, and all of that. But for you, it's advisable you can make use of the what's open to work. So it gives you more audience reach, so that people know that, hey, I'm actually looking for a job. So, but for my instance, I'm just going to stick to original, yeah, because I'm not looking for a job anytime soon, and I don't think I want to hire soon as well. All right. So once you're done with that, you just click on what apply. Okay. So once you click on apply, it's just going to apply. So I'm just going to close this. Are you sure you want to discard? Yes, discard. And I'll just close this. Now, the next thing here is the cover page. So cover page can just be a brief summary of what you do. Some person just try to design a little thing here, maybe a picture, and then a write up saying, okay, I'm a data analyst or I'm a cybersecurity expert, and all of that. So your what's it called? Your cover page or cover photo is just something that has in a landscape form like this. So once you click on this pencil icon here, you would be given room to choose. However, you can see the dimensions for your photo, your cover frame is just in this landscape format, right? So you want to actually put something in this dimension. You can actually go to Google, and type on Google to say, what's the dimension for LinkedIn cover photo, right? So that whatever you're designing or whatever you want to try and put there falls in line, falls in that dimension, all right? So once you're done, you just crop, paste, and you are good to go. All right. So the next thing is, okay, let me see. Try to, sorry, give me a second. Let me just share my full screen so you get to see, so I can toggle between both slides. Where's my slide? Okay, just a second. Screen. That's fair. Share. Okay, so this works. All right, so just move to my slides first. Okay, so that's this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I've talked about the cover photo and your headline. Okay, I think I need to talk about this part. So I'm just going to go back to. Now, how do you get to insert your headlines here? So if you look at the edit icon here after your profile pictures, once I click on this, you would see that you have, this is your basic info. This is how you want people to address you on LinkedIn. This is how you want your profile to actually show. So you have the first name, you have your last name. If you have an additional name as well, you can decide to include that here. All right. And then the next thing you want to do is your headline. So this is where you now input cybersecurity expert, I'm a data analyst, I'm a and all of that. This is where you insert that. All right. So you can decide to just include as you wish. All right. But you want to make it straight to the point. You want people to just be able to get at first glance, they should be able to, um, at first glance, they should be able to know what you do. All right. And then the next thing you want to do here is the correct position. So for me, I have worked as various things here. All right. So you want to actually see which one resonates. So for me, I think the one showing here is training for method as elite high tech solution. That's the one at the top. All right. So you also have your education, the industry. What industry are you at? You can decide to select whatever industry you work for. Obviously, since you're a cybersecurity expert, you want to put IT services and IT consulting. Then your education, you can put that. How do you want it to show here? If you look at my profile, you see the University of Port Harcourt is written, is shown there because I mean I finished from the University of Port Harcourt. So you can decide to also. Someone trying to say something. Um, okay. So if you also want your education to, yeah, I forgot to talk about it. I'm hearing the sounds. Adike Joseph, kindly mute your mic. Okay, just mute from here. Mute from mute. Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Sorry, please give me a second. I need to. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm muted. All right. So if you want your current position where you work to actually show on your profile, then you want to check this. You want to ensure this is checked. All right. If you also want your education to show on your profile, you also want to check this. Please, this is also necessary. Your location. You want to select, are you in Nigeria? Are you what part of the country you are? You can put that, that's the country or region, and then you have the city as well. This is very essential you put that because most recruiters, they want to know where you are. All right. So if it's a job that is for that particular location, you may, because looking at your profile alone, somebody can decide to know, okay, this person is a good fit for what I want to do and all of that. So you want to insert your city. You also want to insert your contact info. You can decide to click on edit contact info, and it gives you room to, you can see here, phone number is here. What kind of phone is it? Is it a mobile phone or home phone or work phone? However you want that. And then my birthday is also here. If you have a website, you can also include your website to that. And once you're done with that, all you need to do is click on um, what the on save rather. So I'll just click on save for that. Then if you, like I said, if you have a custom button as well that you want people to maybe to be your website or something else, you can decide to click on edit custom button. And if it's a link, you click on link. But I mean, it's really not necessary for this. Just move on to go back, go back. So once you're done with your intro, right, you say save. All right, moving on. Um, The next thing you want to take note of is okay, let me go back to my slides. I go back to my slides and you'd see the next the the next thing is the essentials of LinkedIn. All right. So these are various sections you want to actually take note of. The first is your about section, and then your experience and education. Then you have skills and endorsements, and then recommendations. I'm going to go back to LinkedIn now, where you can have all of those things. Now, you see that for every aspect, you have this little pencil here showing you that this is where you can edit this aspect. Now, when you scroll down to, I'm going to talk about this analytics later on, but let's go to the about section. When you click on about section, you can see this pencil here. I'm going to click on that. So this is where you can now decide to write the entire gbogbo that you do. I'm an intern, or I'm a this, I'm a that. Here you have about 2,600 words to insert there. All right. So you can put all of this. So for me, you can see I have about 2,363 words here. Right. And all of this is talking about what I do as a data analyst. All right. And then you have liberty to select about 5 skills. All right. So for someone now who maybe is a cybersecurity expert, okay, so I'm just going to try and take off one of these so that I'll show you how you can insert a skill. So, so by default, based on your profile, based on what you have been doing, LinkedIn tries to suggest certain things for you, that you do certain skills for you. All right. So once I click on add skill, let me try to, I'll just try to say cyber security. All right. So you can see there are various skills I can use for cyber security. So I can decide to say, okay, I'm a cyber security expert. You can see that skill has been added. All right. But that's just for this instance. But obviously, I have nothing to do with cybersecurity. So what was there initially was communication. So I'm just going to come here and say communication, right? So that's for me. So, like I said, you have about five top skills you can include. All right. 5 skills maximum that you can include on your profile on LinkedIn. All right. So once I'm done with that, I'll just come here and say save. Okay. Now, so it says your about section has been updated. Now, if you look down here, here, you can see. So once you come to my profile now, you would see that LinkedIn is already telling whoever has come to my profile that this is this guy's top skills: Microsoft Power BI, analytical skills, Microsoft Excel, project management, and communication. All right. So at an instance, whoever comes to my profile is already seeing what I can do, or what this guy can actually do. All right. Then the next thing is services. So once you go to, I hope I'm not overshooting what's in my slide. Let me see. Okay, here, this is still on track. So for services, once I click on the icon here again, so I can decide to, you have liberty to select about 10 services you can do. For someone, maybe you can also decide to say networking, computer networking, home networking, if that's what you can do. You can see, let me see, anything that has to do with fiber, let me see, cyber security, you can see some. So you just want to select keywords from what you do, all right? And then you can add, so all of these falls under the optimization. If you do not do some of all these things, people won't be able to narrow down what you do, right? So the whole idea is recruiters really, most times, coming to your profile already, they already know if you're a fit for the job or not, even before trying to reach out to you, right? So if you don't have these things optimized, right, you are already losing from the onset. People really don't have time to go through your lengthy CV and all of that. But coming to your profile alone, all right. So coming to your profile alone, people should be able to see that this is what XYZ does, or this is how he or she does it, and all of that. So once you're done with that, all you just need to click is what done. And that should go. So I'm just going to take this off again and just cancel this. See back and work location. Now, so you have liberty to select your look. Remember, initially we had already inserted our location. And for me, I said Port Harcourt River State. That's why Port Harcourt River State is showing here. So you have two options. Do you want to work on site or remotely? So for me, I'm saying, hey, I'm available to work remotely. I'm also available to work in Port Harcourt River State. All right. You can now look at this part, the pricing part. On the spot, for recruiters, you can already select your hourly rates, how you want to charge people based on what you do. I remember having an offer earlier in 2024. Someone reached out from, the person is in Canada, and the person reached out to me saying he wanted me to do something for him, right, in as regards data analytics. And the person I reached out, but he's seen on my profile that I'm charging $25 per hour. Can it be reduced? So we had to renegotiate. But he already knew what this person's rate is because I had already included it on my profile, right? So you also want to, so you can see here, I said starting at what, $25 per hour. If you want them to also contact you for price, contact you before they know your price, then this is what you want to select. All right. So if you want to add a link to external documents, maybe your website, photos, videos, and presentation, then you want to use this guy, add media. All right. So the next thing says this will update your open profile and email settings. Do you want to allow LinkedIn members you are not connected to also message you, right? So there are some persons where you're trying to code mail someone. So code mailing means that you're trying to just reach out to someone you feel would need your services. You're just trying to introduce yourself to say, hey, I am XYZ, I do XYZ, and I would love if there's an opening in your place. I'd love if there's an opening, you can reach out to me. So that's called cold mailing, right? So if you want people to also reach out to you based on what you do, take for example, someone reaches out to you saying, hey, I see your profile, I see that you are good in cybersecurity. Can you help us do XYZ? All right. So this gives LinkedIn members you are not even connected to rather leverage to actually reach back to you to say, hi, I need your service for this and that. Right. So reviews visibility. Turning this off will hide your ratings and reviews from anyone on LinkedIn. But when I prefer you toggle this on, so if people have done some reviews about you, right, other people can see that, okay, this is a good review someone gave about you and all of that, right? So on publishing, so if you want to go off LinkedIn for a while, then you want to unpublish. But I mean, at this stage, I don't think you need to unpublish anything. So once you're done with inserting everything you need to insert here, all right, you want to click on save. Okay, so once that is done, I just say save, and here we go. All right, so let's go back to the slides to see what else we have here. So I've talked about skills. I've also talked about, okay, I'm going to talk about endorsements briefly. So if you scroll down to where you have, sorry, okay. Now on skills, if you scroll down to where you have the various skills that I have selected, before you get there, you would need to have inserted your, what's it called now, your experiences. So when you have included your experiences here, people would now be given liberty to endorse those skills that you have done. So what I would love for you to do now is try to insert your experience. Your experience basically for now can be an intern, cybersecurity intern at Speedlink. Speedlink high tech solution. Okay, let me try to do something to see how to include that. So I'm just going to come here to experience, scroll down to experience, and click on plus icon here, and I'm going to say position. All right, position. So for demo, I'm just going to come here and say my title is intern. You can see, yeah, intern, employment type. I can use internship, right? So now, watch. Once I try to type the name of the company, Speedlink, so you see that because Speedlink is already on, we are already on LinkedIn as well. You can see our firm is already coming up as well. So once I click on this, you see with our logo, it's also showing here. So now there's also a toggle here that says I'm currently working on this role, right? So like Mr. Daniel said yesterday, you are at liberty to select that, yes, you are currently working with us, right? So once you toggle that one, you want to say start date. When did you start? I think your program started in September. So you want to say September year 2024. Yeah, that works. And so all of these are showing here because I have other, what's it called? I have other experiences. That's why all of these are showing here. So it's asking me, do I want to end current position as of now? No, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to skip, and I'll scroll down. Location, again, the location is definitely Port Harcourt versus Nigeria. So I'm going to select this. Location type, is it on-site, is it hybrid, is it remote? Obviously, it's on-site. Then for descriptions, you can decide to insert your what's called your description, just a brief summary of what you do, right? Say you intern with Speedlink. What do you do as intern? You can say, for those of us who already know how to network, you already know how to connect fiber to the home and all of that, right? So you want to include all of that in your description here. And where did you find this job? Did you forget it on LinkedIn or referral or contacted by, right? Although that's not compulsory, but it also gives room to, to make your, what's it called now? Your profile, it looks some bit of look. Now, this is the skills I was referring to. So here I can say the skills I go with networking. Networking. Okay. I can just come here and see wireless networking. I can decide to also include information technology, infrastructure. Then, so I'm sure during the course of your learning, you had some pictures, or during the course of what you were doing, you had some pictures. So you want to add some media. So if you click on media and you want to add a link or you want to add just one picture. So I'll just come here and do I have pictures I can include here? Um, so I'm just going to, do I have some pictures? Oh, um, okay, so I don't think I have, okay, just give me a second just for demo. So I'm just going to, okay, let me just use this guy. Okay. So it's asking me what's the title. You can decide to change the title of this. I'll just say, so, okay, that can go. Yeah. So my title of the picture is, say, I just use networking. And description says picture showing a networking networking process. Networking process. Showing networking process. Okay, so this works. And I'll just say apply. Okay, so that shows there. And once I'm done, so now, once you do this, you have liberty to say, to tell your network of persons that, oh, this is what I've just started doing, right? I've just started an internship. So if I toggle this on, right? It would tell my network, people who are following me, that I have just started this. Once it gets to a year, because let's assume, I said I started this September 2024, right? So when it gets to September 2025, it's going to also notify my network to say, hey, this guy has just gone 1 year at Speedlink, right? So it also gives that leverage. You see why LinkedIn is actually a professional site, right? So once I'm done with that, for me, I don't need this toggle on, but for you, you want to actually toggle this on, all right? So I'm just going to say what? Save, and let's see. Let's see. Um, Save. Now, once you click on save, it now says, do you want to update? You want to tell your network as well that, hey, I've just started a position as an intern at Speedlink High Tech Solution. If that's what you want to do, then you want to say post now. But for me, I don't think I need that. So I'm just going to say next. But for you, please kindly click on post now. So once you do that, say next. And I don't want to post, so I'm just going to close this, right? You having positions now, this card, I didn't need it. All right, so now you can see under my experience, I now have that I started internship with Speedlink. You can see the picture here. So a recruiter, whoever comes to my profile, once he just comes to my experiences and he sees, oh, this guy said he started as an intern at Speedlink, all right, in 2024, September 24, and he has been there for the past 5 months. He did it in Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria, and it's an on-site job. They don't even need your CV anymore to do whatever you want to do, right? So let's go back to my slides. Um, um, so now the next thing we want to do would be that when you have inserted this your experience here, the next thing you want to do is please share your profile, start sharing your profile on your group chat. Now, here's the reason. When you share your profile on your group chat and people now connect with you, they now have liberty to endorse your skills. So when you share with me and we are currently following each other, I can now, if you scroll down, you will see that, let me see, there's somewhere I was told someone endorsed me. Just a second. Uh, sorry, sorry, give me a second. Just a minute, please. Need to, um, all right, sorry about that. Um, okay, so I was trying to check for something. I'm trying to see. Okay, let me just. So I wanted to show us where we can endorse each other's. All right. So just a second while this loads. I want to. I'll just come here. So when I scroll down um, to our skills, um, mhm. Sorry, my hair. Just a second, please. Trying to Okay, could even because I'm not connected. Right. So when you share your profiles with one another, please ensure to follow each other. So when you do, when you scroll down to this skill set, you should be able to um, endorse one another because the higher the number of endorsements you have, it gives room for other persons, you know, recruiters, HR personnel to know that, oh, okay, for five persons to endorse that this person knows actually what he does, it means he's a good person, right? So when you start sharing your profiles on a group chat, please ensure to follow one another. And when you do that, you now have liberty to endorse each other, right? That's how to network amongst yourself. Yes, you may not get the people may not be knowing what you do now, but in-house, when you start doing all of those things, I think it's called um, organic growth or something, organic or inorganic growth. I'm not too sure yet. But when you start trying to develop that amongst yourself, it gives that liberty for other persons to know that yes, what this person says he does, he actually does does that. So yeah, that's for endorsements, and then recommendations as well. So you can request brief testimonials from colleagues or mentors, right? So you can, if you scroll down here, you see that um, I have some recommendations here from certain persons. Okay, so you can decide to, if you click on this plus icon, when you scroll down to recommendations and you click on plus, you can ask for a recommendation. So if I come here and say ask for a recommendation, I can decide to, let me take this guy off of it and say, who do you want to request for recommendation? So I can just come here. Let me use Daniel. Let me use Daniel. Yeah. So once I say, hey, I want him to recommend me for something, so I'll just say continue. And he's going to ask me, how do you know Daniel? I'll just say, for me, I can say Daniel managed me directly, or Daniel was senior to you, but didn't manage me directly. However, you can say Daniel taught you, or you in your own case, you can say Daniel taught you, you can say Daniel mentored you, Daniel was a client of yours. Whichever category Daniel falls to you, it may not be Daniel. It may be your tutor. I think your tutor was Kelvin. You can decide to search for Kelvin on LinkedIn. You can decide to even search for me as well, right? So I'll just come here and say Daniel managed me position. So um, based on your experience. All right. So can you still hear me? Please confirm you can hear me on the chat box. Hello. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. So position at the time, because you had already inserted a what you do as part of your experiences, you want to. I'm just going to position at the time. So I would select for you now. I can decide to say intern at Speedlink High Tech Solutions, or I can decide to say uh, data analytics lead or business development, whichever one works for me, right? I'll just select that and say. So here you have liberty to say include a personalized message, and by default, LinkedIn has given you a default message already, right? So you can say, "Hi Daniel, would you write me a recommendation, please?" Right? So once you have done that, you just say what send. So Daniel on his own end will get a notification that somebody has written a request for recommendation. So once recruiters come to your what's it called, your profile, and they see certain recommendations by certain people, that's trust is earned, right? You also have liberty to also give. I myself, I can also give recommendations to persons. So if I come here now and I say give recommendations, so amongst yourself as well, you can decide to give yourself what recommendations. That way, it's also boosting a bit of confidence in the eyes of your recruiters. All right. So you want to search for the person. Let me also try to search for who do I search for? Who's on this call that has? Let me just let me let me use one of my students. Yeah, he's a Martin Agassi continue and relationship. I can see I thought wisdom position project is okay, I can use this. So I can just come here and say um, um, Maxwell was, or rather is supposed to, yeah, I can say was a good student and he was always um, responsible and attentive to lectures, right? At any given instance, I can recommend him for any role, right? So once just this, I mean, so amongst yourself, sorry, I haven't been to show here, so it should be capital letter I. Okay, does that work? So amongst yourselves, you can decide to recommend, write recommendations for yourself, right? So once I'm done with this, I just need to click on what send, right? So Maxwell on his own end will get a notification that, oh, Mr. Nosa has recommended him for a role. All right. So amongst yourself, these are ways you can help one another to actually what gain trust in the eyes of recruiters. Right. So the next thing you want to check, let's look at our slides. So next thing. All right. So I think I have touched on skills, recommendations, and all. So let's move on to network, expanding your network. So you want to have personalized invites. So for personalized invites, you want to always customize connection requests to show genuine interest and ensure to connect meaningful people, not just anybody. So you can decide to just come to your search. Let's assume um, I'm trying to look for who's the top one. Okay, let's type um, yes, that's one. Okay, I'm trying to look for a name. Okay, let me see. Yusuf. All right, so this guy's top guy in data analytics. So I've just searched for him. And yes, at the moment, I'm already following him, but I can decide to write him a message to just tell him what I do, right? And the good thing about this now is you really do not want, you really do not have to invent the wheel. I'm sure by now most of you have an account with ChatGPT. All you just need to do is go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to write, I want to expand my network to XYZ person. He's a very big person in on LinkedIn in cybersecurity. How do I express myself? Right? And ChatGPT just gives you, you know, a some words to write. And you just come here and paste. And but you want it to be actually catchy because most of these guys they really don't have time to go through your message. So at the first sentence, you want to be able to uh, hit the nail at the head. Hey, I'm a data analyst. This is what I do. I'm actively looking for a role. If you can help share opportunities and all, that's straight to the point. So that's how you can connect with these guys. There are also some persons that when you want to try and connect to them, they are not actively looking, they are not open to people just reaching out to them like that. So you also want to send some messages to say, hey, this is me, this is what I do, straight to the point. All right. So back to our slides, you also want to have industry, just like you have WhatsApp groups, you have Facebook groups. There are groups you want to actually join on LinkedIn. So I'll come back here. I'll just come here and say, let's say for me, what I'm concerned about is data analytics. So I can just come here and say data analytics groups. You can see data analytics groups. Once I click on this, you would have numerous groups. You can see there are groups that you need to join. There are groups you can join. Okay, so for this instance, let me also try cybersecurity groups. Yeah, so we are on the same page. Since I think the bulk of here in cybersecurity groups. Enter. You can see you have series of cybersecurity groups you can join. And all you just need to do is what? Click on join, join, join. And when you have joined those groups, you now want to start. Let me take for example this particular group now. Some of these guys have not posted anything. So let me try to see. There are some that let me see. Okay, this one, but they have about 243,000 members, cybersecurity community. So I'll just click on this. And now you can see, okay, it's telling me that about 135 persons attending University of Port Harcourt who are on this group chat. And these are the admins. I'm trying to see their, okay, so I can't see anything here because I am not on the group. I don't think I want to join. Okay, but for the purpose of this, I'll just click on join. So now that I have joined, I'll just go to the group and good, voila. Now, you can see the first thing you're seeing is you have liberty to post on the group chat too. I can come here and say, hey, I'm actively looking for roles. Can you help? Do you have any opportunity or anything? If there's any opportunity, please do reach out. People would be reaching out when you have that, when you have posted something like that. You can also, if there's a question bothering you on cybersecurity, you can also come here and do what? Ask a question. And people who, you can see, the first thing that's coming here is what? Hashtag questions for group. So people will be notified that, hey, XYZ is trying to look for questions, is trying to look for, or is trying to ask some questions, right? And so once you click post, people will be trying to answer those questions. And yeah, discard, I don't want that. Now you can see this person. Can you see what this person has posted? He said, hi everyone, I'm a doctoral student of Capella University, and I'm conducting a study for my project on cybersecurity in US hospitals. If anyone is interested, please check out my flyer and let me know if you would like to participate. You can, this is somebody who is looking for a doctoral, is looking for people who want to hop on a project. Imagine you get to hop on this project, you DM the person, you reach out to the person and say, hey, I saw this flyer. Is it still open? And you hop on that project. By the time you add that to your LinkedIn profile that you did this, I mean, you have already gotten a big gig. These are how people get jobs on LinkedIn, right? You may not get all of this on your profile alone, but reaching out to communities like this, you get gigs such as this. You can see this one is saying, inviting all hackers, bug bounty hunters, and cybersecurity enthusiasts to have a look at our open source tools developed by You see what this one is also. So there are people actively looking for, you can see this person just posted 57 minutes ago. Let's kick off the 68 of the cybersecurity challenge. What does ARP spoofing time? So you would see people here who are actively looking for opportunities. people who are actively hiring. You can get jobs here. So you don't want to play around using what's it called? Groups, cybersecurity groups, groups that interests you. All right. So again, I'll just go back to my slides. LinkedIn events. You can attend webinars and events to meet new professionals. They are, I can also come here and say cyber security events. Let's see. Okay. No, I think it's taking. Let me go back to. Let me go here just from here. Cyber security events. All right. So you can see these are various events you can actually attend. And at the end of attending events like this, you can boldly come out to LinkedIn and say, hey, I just attended XYZ events where I was taught and all of that. And that way, people would know that this guy is actually interested. This guy is actually interested in what he does. This person actually is serious about what he does. And you can see this event now is going to be in June 20th. This one is for February 5th. If you go to see all events, you would have, you can see there are various, this event now is for January 12th. Most of them are free. You can see this one says free webinar, cybersecurity masterclass for executives and managers. So there's a lot you can actually get, trust me, in and on LinkedIn. All right. So by the time you post all of this, that this is what you do, this is how you just attended an event for cybersecurity or data analytics, whatever thing it is that you do, all right, you would be boosting the confidence of your recruiters. You will be boosting the confidence of people who are looking to hire you. All right. But if you just stay aloof, there's no track record of what you do, there's nothing you do, right? You would not be what's it called? You won't be noticed. All right. And the way these algorithms work, whatever you keep talking about, those are the kind of people you'll be attracted by or attract that those are the kind of people you'll be attracting to yourself. Right. So these are things you want to hop on, and most of them are free. You don't have to pay for anything. All right. So take for example this one. If I click on this guy, I'm just going to, so you can check, you can see it has about 989 attendance already. So you can, if you want to attend, you can click on attend. If you want to share with other persons, you can also share. If you want to, yeah, so it's, most of them are what? Online. You don't have to attend them. And you can see here, it says trainers with 10 plus years experience as cybersecurity technicals and management trainers, So this is what you should be hopping on, all right? And let's go back to the slides. Let's see. External sources. You can share your profile link to people, friends on other social media platforms to connect with you. This is something you want to do on your WhatsApp. As you post, some of us who do motivational stuff. When you do motivational, whatever thing you posted on LinkedIn, post to as well. And just like Mr. Daniel mentioned yesterday, you want to, as much as possible, tag a body where you actually run those things. You can tag Mr. Daniel, you can tag your tutors, you can tag students, you can tag myself as well. All right. When you do these things, those people who they also follow have the liberty of also seeing that, okay, XYZ was tagged here. And they want to be interested in what that person is saying. Right? We started this thing in the data analytics track right from day one. I kept telling them, hey, you need to post this, you need to post this. That's the only way people would reach out. And I have some of my students who have reached out to me saying, Mr. Nosa, a company reached out. This is what, how do I negotiate prices with them? And I'm like, okay, do it like this, do it like that, do it like that. But assuming they never did any of that, would people reach out to them? The answer is no. So you want to actually want to keep people posted. You want to keep doing sharing things and all of that. All right. So posting, building your personal brand. You want to be as original as possible. All right. I know. Yes, we want to try and use ChatGPT. That's fine. That's very fine. But you want to put in context what you want ChatGPT to do. So most times when I have idea block, I really do not know what to write. Well, I just have a context. I just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I just finished talking to students um, on how to optimize their LinkedIn, and the students were amazed. They enjoyed the session. Kindly write a professional LinkedIn post for this, and try to be human in nature. And by the time I write that, ChatGPT just sends, some things to me. And then I may want to do some tweak, to just make sure that it's not so AI when people read them. All right. And when you do that, you can post. And then you post with a picture, right? And then you can also share. So you want to post original content. You also want to post things that surround your industry. You're in the cybersecurity industry. Sorry, you're also in the tech industry. You want to post things that concerns tech. If Nigeria as a country has favored some tech stars, right? You want to I just heard that the government of Nigeria has given a $1 million grant to XYZ company. Oh, that's an amazing news. You share that. It shows that you have an idea of what's going wrong in your tech, in the tech space, in the tech eco space, right? You also want to share articles, share things that concerns your industry, right? You also want to share other people's content. So your maybe a friend of maybe somebody who you follow dearly, right, has posted something. By the time you share that, it also builds and boosts your followers, your network. All right. You also want to celebrate milestones, just like I had made mention when we talked about the experience. All right. So when you are 1 year in an anniversary, or you have done you just had your 1 year anniversary in a firm, right? You also want to share so that people know that, oh, this person is actually real. He has actually worked in XYZ for 1 year. All right. So you also want to engage with people's posts, engage by liking, commenting, also resharing their values as well. All right. So these are things you want to do to build your personal brand, your personal brand. All right. And then on LinkedIn as well, timing matters. Timing does what matters. All right. So you want to take note, like you don't want to be posting, at 12 a.m. People will definitely be sleeping at that time. So you want to look for a favorable time where posting, actually makes sense to you. All right. Moving on, job hunting on LinkedIn. Job hunting on LinkedIn. So you want to use filters like location, experience level, and company size. So I'm just going to go straight to go back to LinkedIn and just come here and say LinkedIn. I think that's an able came up. LinkedIn jobs. LinkedIn jobs. So once I come to LinkedIn jobs, I just come up and click on this guy. So now on LinkedIn jobs, you have liberty to search for, the kind of jobs offers you want to look for. I think if I come here and say cybersecurity, cybersecurity, cybersecurity jobs. Okay. What I'm seeing relating to, okay, I'll just go to see all job results in Nigeria. Okay. All right. So now you can see, because I said cybersecurity jobs in Nigeria, I can also decide to say I want to set an alert so that At any time a job is posted for cybersecurity in Nigeria is open, I will get an alert. Right. So if you scroll down, you see this is civic space officer. I'm trying to remote Python developer. I'm just trying to. I think most of you can see this is cybersecurity specialist. This is saying self-employed. This is actually for Warri Delta, and it was posted 1 day ago. Right. If you scroll down to, you can also see this is team leader networks of Finland. This is from IHS Towers. IHS Towers, they're a big name in Nigeria actually. So if you actually want to, if that's where you feel you want to work on, you just click on that and you can apply for that. So there are various jobs you can actually apply for. If you go to, you can have several, what's it called now, filters you can add here. If I come to see where I have experience level, if I click on experience level, assuming maybe it's an internship role I'm looking for, I can decide to click on internship. I can decide to click on entry level, or maybe if it's a director level I want to look for. But I mean, at this stage, what you actually want to look for is what entry level, right? So you can decide to select internship or entry level. So once I click on that, I'll just say I'll close this. What happens? So that selects internship or happen. Sorry, give me a second. Internship entry level. Um, okay, so I think it's loading. Yeah, it ought to load. It's trying to load. Once it loads, you would get only roles that falls between in this experience level. So why it's taking time? Because it's trying to actually look for um, what's it called? Roles that suit the filter I have just selected. All right. So it will just take a while for that to happen. And just wait a while. Okay. Give me a second. While that is being loaded. Um, okay. I don't know why that is taking a while, but um, okay. So I'm just going to just a second, please. Uh, sorry, just give me 1 minute. I want to um, think it would be fairly um, switch account. Mm, okay, so next, this um, um, student um, channel, here we go. Sure. Right, and this I feel like a lot of persons would need to join on this class into the training. Okay, sorry, a second. There we go. FCDT, data analytics, start. Yep, that looks. Whereas that works. Okay, all right, sorry about that. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna cancel this. I'm not sure why this is not working. Okay, let's just move on. So I think I had made mention of the work badge. You know how to select, use the frame in your from your profile picture, right? And cold mailing. I've also talked about cold mailing. I've also talked about referrals, right? And yeah, let's move on to some advanced features. Some advanced features. All right. So LinkedIn Learning. So here in LinkedIn has a more like a school where you can actually learn various things. Most of them are for free. And good thing is, when you are done with all of most of them, you get what's it called? You get something like a certificate, right? And you can also include that. So I'm just going to try to. I'm not sure why that this is. I'm just going to come here and say LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning. I'm going to search. Yeah, I don't do this. Okay, I'm going to come here and search LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning. So once I say LinkedIn Learning out. So now you now have courses. You have different courses. I'm just going to say search all results. Okay. Scroll down. So just keep scrolling to you have different courses you can use here in on LinkedIn. I think let me try to let me say cyber security learning. Okay, this is for PMI. Trying to streamline to okay, so this is practice exam for certified associates in something I'm trying to look for. Okay, I saw one. I just saw one that has to do with cybersecurity. Okay, but this is cybersecurity careers, build your brand in cybersecurity. This is a course you can actually take. All right. I think I saw one practice exam two for ISC2 certified in cybersecurity. So, and these are just courses you can just take on it. And the good thing is they have certificates. Those certificates, you can include them to your portfolio here on LinkedIn. All right. So you actually want to have good, what's it called now? Make good use of all of these things. Another thing you want to take note of is this analytics. I know I mentioned that I was going to check through that. I go back to home and I'd come to my profile. And my profile, I just come to, I did not ask you to do this. I did not ask you to do this. So when I scroll down, I saw, where were you? Okay, yeah, analytics. Now, I'll click on show all analytics. So it's telling me that in the past 7 days, I had about 730 impressions, post impressions. I have about 1,136 followers, and it has increased by 2% in the past 7 days. About 89 persons have viewed my profile in the past 90 days. I have appeared in 4 search appearances in this past 1 week. So it means that maybe when somebody searched for data analytics, I have appeared 4 times in that search. But mind you, these things would not happen if you have not optimized your profile. That's why I started with your about page, your what's it called? Your your services, your skills, all of those things. Those things would sum up when people are now searching for a particular expert, right? They would now see you should be appearing, in that what's it called? Search engine or whatever they are searching for, right? So you also have the weekly sharing tracker. You can increase your visibility by posting, commenting, or contributing to collaborative articles. We suggest articles. We suggest taking 3 actions. Now, this is one good thing. If you look at when I was reading out my profile, I made mention that I was awarded top analytical skills by LinkedIn. How did I get that? I got that by giving contributions. In the past, between January 6th to January 12th, I have not made any contribution. That's why you see it's telling me I have made 0 contributions. It's telling me I have just made 5 comments on feeds. Within the last 1 week, I have just made 2 posts, right? So it's telling me, so for you to make contributions, you can decide to make contributions to articles, right? And that's one very good way to get recognized globally on LinkedIn, right? So you can, or you see, I also have, for me, I have liberty to do LinkedIn Live, I have liberty to do newsletters, I have liberty to create my following. So this is one place you also want to take real cognizance of, all right? So I'm going to go back to my slides. Portfolio showcase. So you want to use the featured section to display works, samples, presentations, or videos. I'm going to go back to my profile so you see something I did here. What's that? Sorry, just a second. I'll go back to my profile. So now you see this featured posts. So featured is if there's one, be just like your what's it called now? Your when you wrote your exam, your MCT associate exam, you were awarded a certificate, and you made a post about it because you want that to be part of your featured or your when people come to your your profile, you want it to be part of the first thing they see that you want to feature. So how do you feature? By coming to the featured section here, and then you can click on this plus icon. Once you click on this plus icon, you can now add a post. So when you click on add post, it's going to try and give you liberty to feature posts that you have made before. Mind you, you must have already made that post. So for me now, what do I want to feature? I can decide to scroll down to my posts that I want to, the exact post I want to feature. You can see everything I have been doing. I have them documented here on LinkedIn, right? And so if I want to feature this item, I'll just come here and click on feature. Or if it's this one, I can. So whichever one you want to actually feature on LinkedIn or on your LinkedIn profile, you just need to come here and do what? Feature it. Just click on the feature icon here. Say, for example, I want to use this now. I'll just click on feature. I'm just going to do that for an instant. You can see it says your item has been featured on your what? Profile. You can see that here. So once I'm done, I'll just click on cancel. And now you can see on my featured icon, it has now shown. And you have liberty to select. You can see there are so many. I'll just say show all featured items. I have all the items I want to I have featured. over time. You can see all of them here. All right. And it makes sense. So once people just come here now and check the on my featured item, right? They would see most of the what's it called? The things that I have featured. And you want to actually put real like things, mind-blowing milestones. For me, this was 2023 when I had a session with the University of Port Harcourt. Right, you can see this is part of the things that was featured on my LinkedIn profile. So when somebody comes in and is like, this person has facilitated a program with the University of Port Harcourt, it rings a bell. They want to trust this particular person. All right. So you want to actually, these are things you really need to, put what's it called now? Into consideration when optimizing your profile. All right. So again, I'm going to just think we are almost done. So yeah, common mistakes to avoid. Common mistakes to avoid. The number one is incomplete profiles. Incomplete profiles. Incomplete profiles. Profile missing details like summaries or skills get less attraction. For real. Remember I told you your profile is just like your CV out there. All right. So you want to actually you want to fill in everything, right? You want to fill in everything. So you want to have a complete profile. You don't want unprofessional behavior, using casual language or overly personal. No, you want to, if you're trying to comment, you don't want to, I know some of us, we just like, we like to do, maybe you want to write how are you doing? And then you're writing, instead of writing HOW, you're writing OW. So that's not professional, right? So you want to actually do things that are professional, right? So the next thing is overposting or spamming. So posting too frequently or sending generic connection requests doesn't make sense. So if you are, yes, I know you're trying to build track record, you have started, I mean, there's really no time that is late, but you want to see, you want to actually post at a timing that is, not so frequent, but then you are still putting your content out there. All right. Commenting or liking anything. Because the truth is, when you like something on LinkedIn, I used to say LinkedIn is a whistleblower. If you go and like, just like, for instance, now I went to join a cybersecurity group. My network, people who follow me, at some point, they will get a notification that Iwinosa has gone to like XYZ group or has joined XYZ group. So it gives them liberty to also say, oh, for Iwinosa to join this, it means it's something good. I want to also join as well. All right. So it has blown that whistle. So anything you just keep on going to like and your network, the recruiters who have been following you for a while, they are also saying, right? So you do not want to just comment or like on anything. And then you also want to, something you want to avoid is visiting the app scarcely or not engaging. LinkedIn is, there's this thing that I used to see on social media, do for me, I do for you. That's the way LinkedIn works. If you don't post out there, if you don't engage people, you won't get noticed. That's the blank truth. All right. So you want to consistently keep engaging people's posts. Engaging, even if there's I think, for example, Tony Elumelu has posted something. You want to go to his comments, go there and try to post something. I mean, you're not just posting any random thoughts, actually. You want to post something that is reasonable, right? Maybe he has posted something relating to cybersecurity. You want to go there and say, oh, as a cybersecurity expert, this is what I feel and this is how I feel it should be done. People are watching. People are watching. I keep telling people, I don't think, unfortunately, all the roles I have applied for, right, at some point, they never came true. But the roles I have actually worked for, right, the roles I have worked for that have come true, is people reaching out to me. How? Because they saw my track record. They saw that, hey, I noticed this is what you do. Can we work on this, or can we work, you know? So you want to keep engaging, you want to keep posting, you want to keep doing things that are in line with what you profess that you do. So I think have really spoken a lot, and we have come to the question and answer session. I'd love now. I'll be opening the mic, and if you have any question, you are free to um, unmute your mic now to talk. Yeah. So, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Do you have
Good
any?
afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Dr. Juniper, and I have a question. So
Okay.
you mentioned to avoid overposting. Okay, I wanted to ask concerning this 30 days post LinkedIn challenge we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't that be like kind of a posting if you're posting like every day,
No.
about?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So overposting would mean there's no context to it. That was a 30 days challenge. It's very obvious that this is a challenge. Ideally, as a newbie, as someone who is coming into the industry, you should even be posting 2 times a day, morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, because you need all the traction you can get at this stage. When I was actively looking for jobs, I was posting every day, every day, every day. But now it's at some point that energy has died down because I'm I'm a bit settled, right? So that's why I don't post so often anymore, right? So you want to keep posting. When I meant posting over posting, I mean there are people who any small thing that happen, you are posting, you are eating, you are posting, you are, so you want to actually put your posting in context. That's what I meant. Any other question?
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
I want to ask this learning platform, a learning platform on LinkedIn, does it require any payment? I said
Some
the
of
learning
them are
platform on
free.
LinkedIn, does it require?
Search for the ones that
Hello?
are free. Search for the ones that are free.
Okay.
Yeah. Search for the ones that are free. Any other question?
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question? All right. So in the absence of no other question, right, I'm going to I'm just going to share a slide that talks about, sorry, give me a second. All right, so thank you very much for hopping on the call. And you can connect with me. My LinkedIn handle is also there. I'll also drop it on your group chat as well. I'll drop it on the on the link. So you can also follow, like I said, try to follow yourselves. When you follow yourselves, when you connect with yourselves, try to endorse one another, endorse your skills, request for recommendations. All right. Request for recommendations. That's key. That's very key. If you really want, truth is, if you really want to thrive in this ecosystem called tech, we thrive by referrals. Honestly speaking, we thrive by referrals. So you want to actually build network. You actually want to build a network of people that can refer you. All right. So if there's a job about cybersecurity that comes to my head at the moment, then the next, sorry, if somebody is reaching out to me that they need someone in cybersecurity, the first place I want to post to is on our platform. So you want to network amongst yourself, and that would be uh, um, very, very necessary. All right. So yes, you can rewatch the video. The link has been shared already on your platforms, so you can just go over it again to watch. All right. So this is me signing out, and thank you once again for jumping on the call. And I hope you have learned a thing or two, and do have a lovely week ahead. Goodbye.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Juniper.